So, after everything that's happened a few months ago, how do you feel about everything folding out?
It feels good, I must say.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll be sure to inform you with any new task for you to dine on. Are you sure that you wish to be eating those again? You had nothing but noodles the last few weeks.
It keeps me at ease, especially with everything that I've done up until now.
Do you think that's my concern at the moment? Whatever. I have a new task for you. I'll be sending the info now, but some of it you'll need to find at this location. Make sure not to disappoint me and those watching you. This is going to be entertaining.
What's the worst thing you can ever do in a community, such as Splatoon? Or content for minors? How about fantasizing about someone and being with someone who doesn't even know you? Enter Mariokoopa. Now you might be asking yourself, who is this individual that dons a Mario mustache as his Sona? Well, this user known as Mariokoopa.exe, also known as SOB64, is a 20-year-old man that has been getting a lot of notoriety for all the wrong reasons. The best way to describe him is to think of Pizza Hyper, but even worse, due to his outlandish behavior that he displays publicly. The way I become aware of this individual is from my good friends the professionals, who posted a 2-hour discussion on this person, which is more of a collection of problematic predators in this community, but I highly recommend it to watch it if you have a few hours to kill. So to say we have a bit to unpack would be an understatement. While this individual has been spoken by a few other people as well, that being the professionals, Maxwell, as well as InkMeDead, who we'll discuss about later. My only issue is that this topic is quite underground, and I want this video to be a public reminder to stay away from this individual and people like him. And for those who are female watching this, please avoid him and people like him at all costs. So this behavior is what you want to try to avoid when dealing with anyone. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
This seems to be his mansion. You stay here. I'll go take a look.
Wait! I have a feeling this place is more dangerous than we thought. Who knows what they'll ask you to do for this audition?
True. So you're planning to come in with me then?
Judging from the fact that I'm a guy, and how the way Koopa runs this place, there's no way in hell I'm going to make a scene in that place. But I cannot let you go on your own. We need to find out a way in, but how? What's so funny, Caitlin?
The only way I could think we can get through is if you dress up as a girl. Plus, I think you'd look cute in a dress.
What?
Give me a few minutes. I've got a cute friend to bring along.
Caitlin, I can't do this.
You want to find out some information on him, don't you? Well, you'll need to sacrifice your character for a while when we're in there. Aw, you look so cute, Miss Joxic.
You're so dead to me after this.
I know.
Don't stop! Tell me what a bad boy I am!
If I had to give an example of being horny as a personality type, Mariokoopa comes to mind, and it honestly sums up a majority of Mariokoopa, but that would be just boring to end it there. Mariokoopa is an individual so far detached from reality that he literally sees women in this community as objects, believing he is some hentai main character that every single character of the opposite gender is going to drop their panties for him and bend over for his satisfaction. Because sorry to spoil the party, but life is not an anime, and it's abnormal to be showing these degenerate behavior to people, let alone on public display for anyone else to see. Now granted, it is 100% normal to be having dirty thoughts, as it's normal human behavior for literally anyone to have. However, showcasing your dirty thoughts and fantasies, especially in the case of Mariokoopa, is a completely different story, and shows a lack of real-world human interactions and common sense. However, fantasizing about people is the least of my concerns with this individual. What I am concerned about is Emily Mason, also known as Cute Yoshi Lover. I know that Emily watches these videos, so I'd like to give her a personal message for this. I am so sorry that you need to wound up in so many controversies at such a young age. I really do hope that the future for you is a peaceful and quiet one, once you've moved on from the Splatsource community, like I will soon. Anyways, what I do find very concerning is that how he fantasizes about Emily, saying on multiple occasions that he is her girlfriend.
Emily is in a relationship with me, not Mango.
Dude, again, once I could get through your thick head, she does not want to be with you.
You're everywhere. Leave me alone, please.
Making not safe work posters for her. And even going as far as saying that she loves.
No, she loves me, okay? Emily loves her.
Emily will and never will be your girlfriend due to 1, she doesn't even know you, and 2, the way you view her by objectifying her and saying that she is some sex slave to you is disgusting. Matter of fact, no one will ever want to breathe in your direction since you believe this behavior is acceptable to share to the public. The fact that you make sexually explicit Gmod posters, mention that you want to have this massive orgy party with people who don't even know you.
Big orgy party. That'll be Emily, Mango, Madness, Mados, SFG4, Miggy, Claus, Ellen Gadelia, Rudy Octavia, Aiden Go, Willy Tub, Kenjo, Quedin, Willow, Mushu King, Arky, Chef, Kimmy, Ralph, Blackstar, Huntress, Damien, Fred, Bonnie, and all the others on will fuck like never before. Especially Emily and Sabrina.
As well as forcing her to unblock you to give a reason to forgive her.
Emily, if you don't forgive me, Club Machine will poster an NSFW of you. I made you excuses. You will make me excuses. You have 4 hours of excuses. See you soon, slutty Yoshi lover.
Makes me really wonder why so many people in this community don't really like you. It's just a thought, Mariokoopa. Just a thought. I'll also be providing some other instances of him sexualizing people's characters and forcing himself into relationships that he has no rights to initiate. And I do not give a single fuck how the situation has been laid out with these messages. You should never, ever be sharing these fantasies about the way you are displaying it, as you portrayed it in a way that it's like a good thing to do. There are multiple people who have had trauma and had to deal with being, and a lot of people are so scared of the thought of it. So openly throwing it around, saying certain people love it, is just immeasurable, the amount of burning hatred inside of me. Granted, I have no clue if this is just the way he acts or is this caused by a disability such as autism. And as I've mentioned in one of my previous videos like these aren't targeting people purely for the fact they have a mental disability. It is to spread awareness of this type of behavior, as well as to give a quick nudge. Since even if mental disabilities is the root of the problem, people with autism or mental disabilities can be great people and friends. It's a matter of steering them into the right direction. While being a sexual deviant that only cares about objectifying women and thinking Valentine's Day is a day about sex, there are more things to cover.
I've been looking for you. I will take that head from your shoulders and hang it from the gates of Endor!
Hoo boy, I've wanted to talk about his work that he does on DeviantArt, as well as his behavior. Now keep in mind, this isn't just one person he's been targeting with this outlandish character and behavior. This has happened to a multitude of people within Splatsource, including my good friend LK Gaming. Now, if you're probably already aware from the previous section of this video, this is covering highly not safe for work content, including adult content as well as gore. All are revolving these topics, as well as any mention of the word or any other disturbing words from from earlier would be heavily censored for the sake of both our sanities, as well as YouTube's. As YouTube now knows my channel exists, as I've gotten a strike for a Dropbox on TPCS. So, if you are too young to bear witness to this, or you just cannot handle this type of content, please step away now. We good? Great. Mariokoopa has a tendency to be extremely hostile towards people, and I don't know if this is just being played via a character or if this is just his genuine feelings towards people, but either way you shape it, it is really twisted, showing that you want to commit manslaughter to some people. And yes, I know that the people you're mentioning, such as It's Noah's Ark and Peter Hyper, who are probably just as problematic as you, Koopa, but is it really necessary to call them a fat racist Down syndrome or a pedophile who would say shit that I'm not gonna even really say? No.
These motherfuckers, Clone Machine, Blue Kong, Pizza Hyper, and It's Noah's Ark really must die because they are the most toxic people in the community. I am the most loved in the community.
That's a bold statement.
Pizza Hyper, fat racist Down syndrome, Clone Machine, the worst not safe for work Splatoon artist, Blue Kong,
some shit I'm just not gonna even say.
It's Noah's Ark, bit pedophile,
And just some things I'm not gonna even say. Koopa also has this thing that he steals other people's characters without permission, such as this piece of art I've dug up of my friend LK supporting Koopa committing manslaughter, which I know that my friend LK would never allow since he's messaged me about this. Koopa's retaliation towards people for using their OCs without permission is just as you expect from a person in the Splatoon community. I'm just not gonna even say anything because I'll just let the evidence do the talking for me. Oh, Koopa, you useless creation of atoms. You are not the hero in this story, nor are you the villain in that matter. What you are is a human so desperate for human interaction that you believe that you could just do whatever you desire, that this planet that we live on is just some made-up fantasy world for you to toy with, and people just need to kneel down and bend over for your satisfaction. Knock knock. It's not how this community runs, nor how life is. Now, I should never tell you how you should live your life, because that is not my job, nor do I enjoy doing so if I had the power to do so. However, my job is to bring light to corruption in this community, from twisted fantasies, hostile approaches of people telling you to stop doing what you are displaying, committing one of the most shocking acts a human can ever do to someone else. And you honestly expect to be instantly forgiven by giving the most stereotypical YouTuber apology?
Greetings. I am Mariokoopa12345, aka Son of Bowsette64, and I want to sincerely apologize for what I've done. For a long time, I behaved like a person who behaved inappropriately for my age. I used other people's characters without the permission of their author, threatened, vouched. All the Inkling girls made porn content with the characters without the permission of their author, and behaved like a nutcase. I'm really sorry. I'm not asking you to forgive me for my actions, but I want you to know that I really am not lying. I've embarked on the path of correction. I understand that with my threats, with the use of cannibalism, I went too far. It was terrible. I still do not understand how I could behave this way, but thanks to ZOT12, I was able to become more or less normal. It helped me improve, and I'm very grateful for him for that. Also, I sincerely apologize for everyone I have offended or threatened with death. I also want to say that I do not approve of the actions of some of them, but I do believe that they can take the path of correction. Sorry.
Those just as twisted and dumb enough to not see through your facade will forgive you. The latter half will finally know the person you are under that mask. And even when you gain a morsel of attention from this community, memes will still have a longer lifespan than you. You are one of the
most special
motherfucking
goofball
I have ever heard of. Congratulations. You've just earned yourself 15 seconds of attention from less than 1% of the human race who's already kind of forgotten about you, your work, and your entire existence. Have fun taking
years of healthy self-reflection.
Thankfully, due to the help of Maxwell and a few other individuals, all of this man's social medias have been reported and rightfully taken down due to his behavior, art, as well as his twisted fantasies. His Twitter, DeviantArt, and Discord accounts have gone silent, or have been removed from their respected sites. And to that I want to thank Maxwell and InkMeDead for sacrificing their hard work to get the message out there about Mariokoopa, in order to build a safer community for everyone to be in. However, please do be careful, as he is still lingering amongst us, with different aliases on DeviantArt and on Discord, so please be careful if you do run into him. And if you do find him, make sure to report him for his actions. And if you ever need any assistance, I and many other drama people are always willing to help you. In the end of the day, we are not heroes, but we're also not villains. We're only here to rebuild and fix a community brimming with so much potential. So if you ever see people who expose toxic members as a problem, then maybe reconsider your views on your favorite content creator and swallow that pill of truth. I'm aware it's hard to accept the truth, but we all need to face hardships at some part of our lives. And if your reasoning for joining us is to build a brighter future, then I'll be happy for others to take my throne when my hour has come. So, there you have it, folks. I hope I've educated you all on to be aware of certain individuals you may interact with in this community. Again, as always, if you're ever too scared to open up on any issues that the public may not listen to you about, my DMs are always open. I'll see you all in a future upload. I love you all. No, we're not fucking done yet. I want to talk about this one really quickly. Now, through people's hard work and dedication to helping this community, we have tracked down 2 new accounts of Mariokoopa, that being Joel69 and Alina BF on DeviantArt and That's Us 64 on Discord. Thank you those who have found them for us. Now, Mariokoopa claims that he is 15 so he can access not safe for work content and bypass that. Now, I don't know if that's the truth or not, because either way you put it, he is still on the wrong. If he's actually 15, then he has looked up not for safe for work content and made it himself, but has also contradicted himself by saying that he's taken cannabis and drugs, even though that is illegal for a kid to be taking. But if he is lying through his teeth and is actually 20, well, let's just say that things will be fun with me if you decide that you want to be dating a child, that being Annalena. Now, Annalena is no saint gifted from the heavens, but I'm not going to talk much about her because I think I can talk about her in an entirely different video. However, I can feel sympathy for her, especially being made porn of her. And it's interesting that when one of my friends introduced me to the lair of this community known as Pixiv, it's pretty easy to find all of SOP4's work and all the things that he's looked up, so why don't we take a look together, shall we?
Your vitality's running low. Just take it easy. We're almost done.
I originally was going to cut off with Mariokoopa's termination, but I wanted to make this section due to some recent controversies relating to this man. So, like the Professionals episode on Mariokoopa, the user InkMeDead also did a video about Mr. Mariokoopa, giving a short yet informative explanation on the behavior and actions that Mariokoopa displays publicly, which was shown in the video, which most of it was also shown here, but I also provided some other friends. Now, in most circumstances, I would have thanked this man and credited his video as a source of my evidence, Plus, I used to watch this man with the videos on the Splatoon content creators. But in this unique situation, I cannot praise him. Because at the beginning of April, a user named MinecraftGO1 exposed some pretty damaging evidence showcasing that InkBeDead asked an underage girl that was 13 years old for nudes. Not only did he do that, but has completely neglected these allegations and moved on with videos, as if nothing happened. While no one can be as bad as Mariokoopa, InkBeDead, you do realize you're a complete cretin for lying through your teeth to not only your audience, but to yourself, and showing to the community that you're a fucking freak. Looking back at the video on Mariokoopa, it's truly a spectacle. You show a disapproval on this behavior on Koopa, but decide to do something on the same wavelength, and the fact you basically got away with it with no punishment whatsoever disgusts me. However, he did clear his name that the person he spoke to was 19. While that is good that it wasn't a case that he needed to deal justice with, I am still disappointed that you kept up this outlandish behavior when this recipient asked you to stop. And while I am very aware that sexual addiction and hypersexuality is a real problem and quite frankly, could be a rising issue in the future, my only advice I can give you is to seek the correct therapy instead of dumping it into people who don't need to know this shit. I know in the end of the day you're not like that part of the community I despise, but whatever you do in the future, don't get caught. Now I was going to plan to cut a parody of InkBeDead due to the incident, but I decided to do it because I feel like it. As InkBeDead said once himself, this video is not meant to be taken personal. However, if you take it personally, more power to you. Alex Spider, the last man standing in this wasteland. Boxy, the communist comrade. Brian Jackson, I hope you're forgotten from this community. Eligadelia, the master of puppets and scandals. Flying Scott.
Scotland forever!
GF Craze 634. I'm surprised you're not in jail yet. Ghost of Time 1. While you're definitely irredeemable for Loot House, keep up the SFM stuff, this looks really good. Heavy the Squid. Gone. Reduced to atoms. InkBeDead. Skating on thin fucking ice. Jack Tropolis. A coward who thinks he's not a predator for being 17. Jared Gaming. The real homie. Lizzie the Ratical. Truly a rise, fall, and redemption at its finest. Omega the Squidman. The only person surviving the heavy situation. Rudy. Might as well be a cardboard box, since she's not interesting. Skylar the Karate Girl. I don't really have a comment on her. TCS. Yeah, still a prick.
Sorry about that. I just had to clean up something from earlier. Anyways, any last words? Nothing? As expected.
Joxic, you do realize this is a simulation, right?
Oh. Sorry about that. I must have forgotten about that.